Robert. It's crazy how he keeps finding the best move every single time, despite the enormous pressure on him.
And I'm just looking for Magnus for ways to play for a win, and it might actually cause him to lose the game. So be really careful at this current turn. He plays queen d3. I was thinking rook d6, but I realized the a2 pawn was also hanging with check. So he keeps the rook defended. As you're pointing out, g6 is loose. And 12 seconds for Firouzja. He makes a mistake here, but what is the knockout? e6?
Oh, that is so difficult, e6, Robert. We're both reacting because that is almost superhuman. Pawn to e6. It's due to the fact that the black queen is tied down defending her g-pawn, that she cannot go and grab that. And if white can establish a strong pass pawn, that might just overwhelm the black army. There's no checks. c2 is covered right now. The black queen can check. The white king will slide, and Magnus finds it. He finds the key move. He's winning.
Of course he does. Magnus Carlsen found the key defense. Now he finds what should be a winning move, but still difficulty ahead. Quick note that Wesley So did defeat Denis Lazovic in that Armageddon game. He wins Division 2 and the big prize there. But come on, David, what's going on here? How should white proceed? Because e6 is loose. And f5? He's just thrown all his pawns forward.
Wow, brilliant from Magnus Carlsen. He knows he needed to cut the black queen's communication with the e6 pawn. Now he can slowly, surely advance this pawn forward. First he gives a check. I was going to say eliminate the black rook. There we go. Maybe not the most accurate, but still winning. And once the black rook is traded, it's the e-pawn that will crown Magnus's glory. And it's just one check. The white king will hide. Not sure which square. But Robert, he's on the brink now.
And you see that it's not about the pawn quantity, but the quality. The e6 pawn about to become on the 7th rank. Can he just go e7, or should he trade rooks first with queen d7 to follow?
Ooh, both look very tempting. Magnus with 25 seconds now. Alireza with just 2 seconds on the clock. My first inclination would be to trade rooks just because I'm scared of a counterattack against the white king. But Magnus, he could well be tempted to push first. Still, just 2 squares away from touchdown, 2 moves away from glory, potentially. Can he trade queens, Robert? Queen to d7, queen to d8 look tempting. You don't want to allow any counterplay, but with queens off, there we go.
Ooh, nice try from Firouzja. 5 seconds from Magnus as well. He's in time trouble all of a sudden, and if the queens are traded, the black king is in time, so he plays g4, which is a great move. And how Alireza proceeds, I think you can even trade queens, but there's the outside pawn. Wow.
Wow, a few seconds each. Magnus reacts. Has he missed this move? There's going to be a bunch of checks. White is still winning, but Magnus doesn't realize the white king has to run, sprint forward.
He's chosen the wrong square. Yeah, f2 comes with check. The king goes back to e2, but that was a mistake. Every single obvious-looking move is wrong.
Wow, Alireza had a draw by a miracle there. We'll show that later, hopefully. But Magnus now, the king is going to run behind enemy lines to seek safety. If the checks dry out, white wins. White makes a second queen with check, and it's over. I think we're going to see the last few moves of this grand final of the Julius Baer Generation Cup, Robert.
Oh, only a few checks remain. The white king has snaked out and is helping to promote a new pawn. This has been incredible, David. First, he saves that endgame, that finding that the king could hide in the corner, and now he finds that his king can hide behind enemy lines, and the checks are running out.
Oh, be careful, don't step forward. You would lose the game. Magnus would have been checkmated if he'd walked forward to the f7 square. Now he's zigzagging his way back to safety, but maybe I called it too soon. It's not yet over. He's yet to find the safe haven for his king. He needs to hide behind the black b pawn, potentially. He needs to get in and back and use that pawn as a shield.
And it's almost like checkmate against that white king over there, but it cannot be caught, and the king is doing exactly what you said, David. It is running to the other side. You don't get a new queen for that, but you will get a new queen when that pawn successfully goes to e8, but the checks have continued.
Wow, the checks have continued, but no more, and Magnus Carlsen wins on time, wins the